Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Asnur bin Jami'an. My metric number is 118271 and my tutorial class is TQA 20. My respected lecturer Dr. Siti Mardiah binti Kamal Azhar as my lecturer for this tutorial research methodology for this semester. Next, my topic. This is the topic for my research is the Tafsir Manuscript Analysis Comparison Methodology in Tarjuman Al-Mustafid. I am interested in studying the tafsir of the manuscript of the book Tarjuman Al-Mustafid because it is a tafsir book that it is not much studied in Malaysia. Furthermore, I have specified some important points that need to be studied in the interpretation of this manuscript. So, it coincides with my title, which is Analysis Comparison Methodology in Tarjuman Al-Mustafid. Next, research gap. The result of the study which was conducted on Tarjuman Al-Mustafid showed some difference even though the study was done on the same aspect. Therefore, this study was conducted to determine the method of translation by Sheikh Abdul Rauf Al-Sinkli based on the findings of the previous study. Thus, the researcher wants to use the intertext methodology on the manuscript of the Quran to be studied. The study of intertext methodology is a study of a link between one text with another text that allow the researcher to discover the original text. The intertext method is the researcher's choice to make a study of some text of the Quranic manuscript. Next, about the problem statement. They have three parts in a problem statement that I would like to highlight this point, which is ideal situation. The second one is problem, and lastly is a solution. Okay, we see about the ideal situation. The current situation that the researcher has acquired is that there is a misunderstanding of the delivery of language style in interpretation. Second, about the problem. In my researcher of tafsir manuscript, they have a lack of researchers in the field of interpretation of Tarjuman Mustafid, has caused this interpretation to be less studied, especially by researchers in Malaysia. And the lastly is about the solution. The researchers has analyzed several methods that can be used to fix some problem, such as namely using the intertext method in studying the tafsir of Tarjuman Al-Mustafid and using the suitable language. Next, research question and research objective. Research question. Point number one is what is the background of the select Tafsir Tarjuman Mustafid in general. The second, what does the author of the Tarjuman Mustafid manuscript want to convey this methodology? Then, what is the suitability of the archipelago language used in writing the study to be widely disseminated in the world, especially in Malaysian? And the lastly for research question is what is the quality of the content by selected Tarjuman Al-Mustafid from the author on the site. Then specific objective. They have three objective, which is number one is to investigate the background of the selected Tafsir Tarjuman Al-Mustafid in general. Second, to determine the appropriate methodology used in writing the manuscript, so that in the event of the some language change, it still corresponds to the writing in the original manuscript. Then the lastly is vary the language to the universe so that it is more widespread throughout the world and easier to the reader. Alright, next a part of methodology. I would like to using the methodology in the qualitative research design. They have 7 parts in qualitative research design, which is I would like to using a case study. In a case study, they have objective, second sample, next about the method of the data collection, procedure of data collection, instrument, data analysis, and the lastly is tools of analysis. Alright, I'm using qualitative research design. The purpose of this research is to investigate the background and to discover the methodology used in the selected manuscript. Besides, the objective of this research also is to identify and determine the quality of the content and the content design of the selected manuscript. This research will be focused on the methodology used by author of the manuscript and the suitable language shown on the manuscript through the author, which is known in a case study. These two elements are important, which needs to be discovered before the content of the manuscript itself. So, semi-structured interview will be conducted from people who are experienced with manuscript, namely the staff of the National Archive of Malaysia, to collect data about the best method of the manuscript and the suitable language used on writing. Data collection will be carried out using two methods where the transcription will be done to obtain the information contained in the manuscript, while secondary data is used to find information related to the contents of the manuscript and to support the main data. Then the data will be analyzed using a few methods of data analysis like content analysis, thematic analysis, and narrative analysis. These methods use several tools such as LSTI, where the researcher will separate the data using a coding style. The researcher also will use email as the tools of analyze to interview and ask several questions of the one of the staff of National Archive in Malaysia. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Jazakumullah khairan jaza. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.